Okay, so the question was asked about level one, and the student is struggling with hearing the difference between a couple different sounds. The example was given was lig and lich. And first of all, I just wanted to show you that one thing that I do to make it a little bit more fun, I do put this into a Google slide and I sort of find out what excites them. And in this case, it was small baby animals. So I just dropped a picture into the Google slide here. So that's why we are working with a little baby bunny. Um, Sometimes I work with classic cars. Sometimes I work with bass fish. I have done lots of things for lots of different kiddos. Um, Anyhow, and these don't even have to be squares. You could do smiley faces or circles or whatever you wanted. Okay. So lig and lich. Okay, so the first thing I would do is if they thought that they were the same, I would, first of all, I'm already going to have this built for them. I would say lig, lig, l, I, g, right? Lich, repeat, lich, l, I, ch. Okay, if they cannot hear the difference between the g and the ch, first of all, I might check my settings on my computer to make sure that I've got the sound the right way. I might make sure that everybody's wearing a headset, that kind of thing. I work in a soundproof office, so I don't typically wear a headset, but my clients do. So the first thing that I would do if with any sound that is different is I would decide if that's a vibrating sound or quiet sound. Now, lig at the end, if you put your hand on your throat, g, my throat moves. That is a vibrating sound. That comes from your throat. But lich, that actually is a quiet sound. Ch, ch. My throat moves, but it does not vibrate. Okay, so it's a quiet sound. So then I would talk about how I'm producing that sound. G. Where is my tongue? My tongue is really back here, um, in back in the back of my teeth here. But for ch, ch, my tongue is touching the roof of my mouth. So the sound production of those two is very different. So I would first point out the differences. Is it quiet or vibrating? Is it, made primarily with your lips? Is it made with your tongue? What is your tongue doing? What are your lips doing when you make that sound? So that's how I would start. I would start by making sure that they can feel the difference between lig and lich. Okay. The next one that was given the example was a student adding a sound. So the passage is ost, and the second one is opt. And so it's it's one where you're going to replace this. So this is what it should look like, because this is going to be ost, opt. Okay, so this one is supposed to be different right here. I would say that the issue was that when the student repeated it, they said ompt, ompt. And I would actually break it out and say, I heard you say ompt. That actually has four sounds. Ompt. And I would count them off. Ompt. So that they can really see that there's four sounds and that's what they're hearing. Okay. So I would be very explicit with it and just come back and make sure you're doing all the steps, which would be ost, repeat it, ost, touch and say, ost. Okay. The next one is opt, repeat it, opt, opt, pull it apart, Touch and say opt. This one was ost, and this one is opt. See if they can figure it out that way. Okay. All right, so that's a quick tutorial on how I would handle a couple things in level 1. Let me know if you have any additional questions.